Okay, so I'm going to do one more of these Butterfly Lane Designs box tumblers. These are the vinyls I'm going to use for this one. The small print of the pumpkin, the fall truck, and this as the separator. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use this Sublimation Duo tumbler. This has two different screw-on lids. One is the flip-up water cap that has a straw, and one is just a regular slab lid. So that's what I'm going to go with. It's just a different size a little bit, and something else to play with. So I'm going to go ahead and do the pumpkin at the bottom again, because that's what I want to do. I cut my side off first. And I'm not measuring or doing anything fancy. I am just cutting. And I think I'm going to do a little over 3. And this one is clear, so do be aware of that. You might want to use it on a white base. That's going to be pretty good. I'm not even like measuring to trim. I'm just putting a little fold in it. It's pretty close. I think I want to trim a little bit more off the bottom though. Just a tiny bit. Try and even it up a little bit more, and just bring it up that tiny bit. And I'm not going to come below this curve on the bottom of the cup. You know how they have that where they're straight until they hit that taper. That's where I want to stop. So there's one piece of vinyl. And here's my little decal. And the decal's pretty large, but it is that white print over the top. So it'll show up on top of whatever, but I think I want this color to come just about up to where that line is. So it'll be like the truck's driving on this and fall is over this. So I'm just going to kind of again, it's not going to be an exact science. And I didn't cut that edge off, so that didn't fit. And this one does not have her sticker on it, so this is not a clear print. So be aware of that. I can always trim this further if need be. And I did order myself a new paper trimmer today that hopefully will be here soon, because I do really like this one still, and I do plan to order it, the new blade track. This is what's shot on this one. So I do intend to order a new blade track, but I'd like to designate this one back to my paper crafting. So, yeah, so I ordered a new one for vinyl and water slides and whatnot. It's another Fiskars rotary, but so it's not all that different than this one, just slightly. That's pretty good. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to do my peel back a bit and to cut it. I'm just doing this on the cup because the cup's in frame currently. I'm going to stick that back over, and then we're going to line it up, keeping it pretty much dead even on that little lippy line. Okay. So I'm going to flip this back off of here. Grab my felt squeegee. And I do have a little air pocket there, but that's okay. I can pull that back further. You want to make sure that the paper starts to peel, because if you can get your paper peeling, and I know I say this all the time, it'll roll itself right off. Grab our second vinyl, and this one's such a thin strip that I'll be able to just kind of start it and check that I'm pretty good. I'm gonna use the silver. And I'm going to check this for bubbles because I can see I have a few. That's normal, especially when you're applying it this way and not using the wet method or something else where you're squeezing all the bubbles out with the water. I'm going to cut this down pretty close to the image. I'm going to peel it up. And with these, I like to do them in just one piece. I'm going to line that black up right on that silver stripe. That way it'll look like the truck is driving right out of the sunset around the cup. How cute is that? I love it. Okay, so the problem with the sublimation cups is this. So, we're going to cover that somehow. I don't know how yet, because I wasn't going to do a whole lot of glitter on this one. But I'm going to go ahead and grab my UV resin from Let's Resin. And I'm going to pick a glitter. So I realize that I paused to go grab my glitter and I don't know where I left off. So in this cup, I mixed some of the UV resin. I mixed a little of this hollow sugar white glitter. and a little bit of the Under the Sea holographic glitter, and I filled in the indent on the cup, and now I am curing it. And if I duplicated any of that, I apologize, but this is why I don't like to pause. This is why I like to edit out gaps. But we're going to do this same technique on some sublimation cups at some point, so we'll be seeing this again. Okay, I don't want to touch it, so I'm just going to kind of I'm going to give it another 120. In the meantime, I'm going to grab this sheet again with the larger size of the pumpkin print, and I'm going to cut out this pumpkin to put on the bottom of this one. I could have gone with the smaller pumpkins again, but I think the larger one will fit better, and this I can still use on another cup, or if I cut into it, I'm not going to be able to so much, so, but I may cut off another, like, little one off of here as well. And I may even put a few around the back side of the cup. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. So that is done. That's pretty smooth. It's going to get covered with actual epoxy anyways. I'm going to put these back up on my shelf. And let's get these stuck on here. I just like to put something a little fun on the bottom of my cups. And remember, this is clear, not the VC type. Clear, so it's not printed on white, so it's going to fade a little bit, but it's still there. And one extra, and I do think it would be cute to put an extra on the back just to jazz things up a little bit. That is it. I am going to double check for bubbles. I'll just pop them just like I would any other vinyl and work them out. I have that piece of nail tape stuck to my pin pen. But I will be back to get this under epoxy in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to get the epoxy mixed up for this one. And I'm trying to decide if I want to put a cheap glitter in it or not. I think I do because I have a lot of the clear edges I want to blend in a little bit. But then I'm like, oh, but what color? So I'm kind of on the fence about what I want to put in it. I'm almost thinking about Girl's Best Friend, but I think that's better on like purple. Neon's usually the best on blue. So I think we're going to have to go with a touch of neon for this one. So I am going to, just for a clear coat to see how it covers on this, I'm going to use my Tumblers Lightning Cure Epoxy that I've been testing out today. This resin is from the Epoxy Resin Store, and I have no idea how they formulated this, but it is pretty incredible. I bought this, and before this set had even arrived, I was so excited about it that I bought more. So I do have more on the way, which is kind of why I've been playing a lot with this smaller batch, because it's okay, I have more coming. I do need to get back to my, regular epoxies, but for now I'm having fun with this product. I mean, I am whipping this and it is hardly any bubbles. And it just mixes so quickly and easily. And it is drying very fast and very hard. I have learned that it's really not great for special techniques. Alcohol inks, no. I don't know why I just put my stick down because I need it for my additive. But definitely a no on alcohol inks. It wasn't bad, but it doesn't allow me the working time that I need. So for just coats in between and moving things along, it's fantastic. And it can be a top coat, middle coat, bottom coat. You can use it anywhere along the way on your tumbler. So, all right, and I do have a link in the description for it with, I believe, a $5 coupon code. I could be wrong. They did not endorse me in any way. I saw somebody else use it once and hadn't heard of it and was like, oh, I need to try that. So here we are. I actually saw it on TikTok. This is so adorable. If I had not just kept one of the sublimation cups for myself for the fall season, I would have to keep this one. And I know I say it all the time, but these colors, they're so perfect. I'm going to bring you down for a close-up. So here we go. I hope that it actually comes through as teal and not like a blue, because this is very teal. Isn't that cute decal? I mean, this teal and orange pumpkins are absolutely to die for. And we'll look at that bottom where we did the UV resin and the pumpkins. Probably looks messier on camera than it does in real life, but just a fun little surprise on the bottom. I don't like to leave my bottoms plain. So we'll watch it come around one more time, and that'll be it. If you could like, share, subscribe, use some of my links, I would greatly appreciate it. It would help support my channel. I do try to put all links in the description below. If I've forgotten something, please ask and I will add it in or post it back in the comment to you. Thank you so much.